Cairo and StarkNet, which is, if people don't know, StarkNet is layer 2 ZK rollups on Ethereum, and Cairo is their programming language. And I'm interested, like, how did you get started with Cairo, and how is it different from Ethereum, and what did you do there?
Yeah, so basically with my normal job that I'm a blockchain developer, I started with Solidity, but then the company business pivoted off to we wanted to do something innovative, something good from a business standpoint, and the leaders of the company decided that building a DeFi protocol on StarkNet is a great move. So then everyone from the team started learning Cairo, started coding with it, me included. And yeah, basically I have been coding with Cairo for the past 3 or 4 months or 5 months maybe. And I have already felt the technology, which is an inside joke with Cairo, because there you have this value type that is called felt.
Felts are everywhere, right? So everything is felt, like strings, ints, everything is like addresses, felts.
Exactly, everything is felt. And I can say I'm very bullish on the StarkNet ecosystem. I think I like to follow the smart people. And I know there are lots and lots of smart people there in this ecosystem working and building. Now Open Zeppelin are building the same library with good best practices contracts like they have for Solidity, for Ethereum. And some other organizations are starting to work there and to build on StarkNet. This is great. And I think the product of that I was building will do pretty good. With that said, I would say I'm much more bullish on the Ethereum and the Solidity space. I mean, I'm just more attracted to it. It fits my personality better, probably. Even though Solidity, because one of the problems you can say related to Cairo is that it's still an alpha version. I mean, it's not even a beta version. There is a lot of boilerplate in the code. There's a lot of ceremony. You have to write some code that you shouldn't have to write. It's like a copy paste it everywhere. Also, you do not have for loops, for example. The language does not work good with them. You need to do recursion instead. There are some small stuff like this, and of course you do not have much already written code like libraries. Open Zeppelin are just starting to build it out, but with Solidity, even though there the version still starts with a 0. We do not have even version 1 in Solidity. I think the space is much more mature, of course, because it's like 6 or 7 years old now. So I like it a lot. It fits me better as a personality, but I'm very bullish on StarkNet and on Cairo, and I think for some people it will be one of the best bets there.
Interesting. So yeah, it's very interesting what you're saying, that both of them are very early and immature, and Cario is even newer. So you have less resources, less places to learn from, and the language is, like, to be honest, pretty awful. But now they are working on Cairo 1.0, right? That's going to be released soon, which is going to be much better with for loops and other types. It's interesting. So do you have any tips for people who want to get started with Cairo? How did you learn Cairo? What kind of resources did you use, especially where it's like very hard to find them for Cairo?
Yeah, that's one of the bad things. There is not so much information with it, because with Solidity, when you get some compilation error or whatever, you can just Google it. Solidity got up to this point now. The ecosystem grew enough. But with Cairo, you cannot do this. If you Google it, you get nothing. So it's kind of shitty. But there are great docs on the StarkNet website. You can find great docs both for the StarkNet ecosystem and for Cairo. And you can also, one advice I can give you is go through Open Zeppelin's Cairo contracts repository. There you can find all of the best practices. You can see how to protect yourself from underflows, overflows, to validate the number values, if they are correct number values or whatever. And this is one of the best places to learn right now, I'd say. I think the best way to learn a language is reading a lot of code and, of course, practicing, trying to write So yeah, you can pick up some small exercises, try to implement like a staking protocol or anything that is simple. That's a good approach.
Yeah, so it's very interesting what you're saying, because there is not much resources in it. You cannot like Google the error and you find it right away, and there is no resources about security pitfalls and security problems. So it's even more not mature. But lucky us, there is not that many protocols on mainnet, even if there is any. I don't know and how much money there is there, but it's very early. So there is not much money in the stake right now, but it's very important that it will be built in a secure way, and there will be more and more resources. I didn't tell it to you, but actually I'm working with another business partner on GingerSec. We are security auditing, and he especially focused on Cairo, and he started posting articles about Cairo. For example, the recent article was about the problems with integer overflows and fails and integers, where you have like the first 128 bytes and then the second 128 bytes, and how you can like manipulate it. So we will try also to contribute to the Cairo and StarkNet community, because we, like you, likewise, we also believe that it's going to be huge, maybe not like Solidity and EVM, but it's very important way to scale it up. And yeah, definitely. So it's very interesting evolvement to the scalability of blockchain.
Sounds great. Sounds great. The community really needs people like this. The community needs people who post blog posts, share knowledge on Twitter, everywhere. It's great.